From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. 180, 11, MT, tight.
Pushing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
On second down, here's Mixon, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Call it a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Topper. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Here it comes.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but it sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
57, Mike, 57. Rip right, rip right.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation of the play, reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First target, first catch, and a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Here we go. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Here we go.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
12, 12, 12.
Now Perine. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And more. He's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First play of the drive going for 14. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Come on, baby.
Now Johnson. He gets away from one. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
11 MT.
Burrow will throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
57.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Jam him, jam him, jam.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw now on the final play. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman running with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On the Jets sweep, here comes more. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, 48 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run, maybe his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's Pirine. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it here with Pirine. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back. And now as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, here's P. Ryan. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
57, Mike, 57. Bandit.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, check Mike, 57. Why? You must be dreaming. 57 is the Mike.
Here's Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
56 to Mike, more time.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. 61. Matchbox, light. 70 Indy. Mike, 50.
Wilson. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise. To be kind, they accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 223 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The kick by Marr is good. And that spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On one, ready? 45, Mike, 45. 11, Thomas. Check. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On the ready. 57 the mic.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment